Welcome to my channel, Simply Speak English. Today's video is very special for you. We will talk about something every English learner thinks about. Are you ready? The topic is how to speak English alone at home. Yes, that is right. Maybe you are asking, how can I speak English if I have no one to talk to? I understand you. I felt the same. I wanted to speak English well. I wanted to sound natural and confident. But I had a big problem. I had no one to talk to. I was just a girl in her room, talking to herself. It felt strange and funny. But listen, speaking English alone at home works. It really helps you a lot. If you do it in the right way and with the right mindset, you will start thinking in English. You will even dream in English. One day, you will find that you can speak English fluently, without even thinking too much. So get a drink, sit down, and listen carefully. I will tell you everything I know. I will share my tips, my mistakes, and my small wins. After this video, you will feel ready to start your own English practice at home. Let's go. So, how can you speak English when you are alone? Step 1. Stop waiting for someone to talk with you. You don't need a partner. You don't need a native speaker. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You only need you. Yes, just you, your voice and your time. I started like this. One day, I stood in front of the mirror. I said, "Hi, my name is Priya. I like coffee." That was all. It was a small sentence. It felt strange, and I laughed at myself. But I did it again the next day. I added more sentences. For example, I am brushing my teeth. I am making tea. I am sitting on my bed. I feel sleepy. I want to watch a movie. It was simple, but that is the magic. This is how you build confidence. When you were a baby, you learned your first language by hearing simple sentences many times. Not grammar rules, not big words, just small, easy sentences. You can do the same for English at home. Here is what helped me a lot. I made an English world in my room. How did I do it? I turned my everyday life into an English class. Let me explain. I started talking to myself all the time. Really, all the time. For example, when I was cooking, I said, "I'm cutting tomatoes. I love the smell of garlic." When I looked out the window, I said, "Wow, it's cloudy today. Maybe it will rain." I also talked about my day. For example, today I felt lazy, but now I want to do something useful. So I'm making my English video. Do you see what I did? I just changed my thoughts into English sentences, and I didn't use hard words. I didn't worry about grammar at the beginning. I only wanted to speak. That is very important. Please remember this. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just try to speak. Grammar will get better over time. But if you don't speak, you won't improve. One habit I really liked is called the English thinking walk. Every evening I went for a short walk near my home. While I walked, I talked to myself in English. I didn't speak loudly. Sometimes I whispered. Sometimes I just moved my lips without a sound, but I always made English sentences in my mind. This habit changed everything. I started to feel more comfortable with English. It felt like a friend, not a scary subject from school. It didn't feel like something that judges me. It was just a friend I spoke to every day. Now let's talk about mirror practice. The mirror is the best free-speaking partner in the world. The mirror will not judge you. It will not correct you. It only shows you. You. And that is all you need. When you speak in front of the mirror, you can see your body language, your face, and how you speak. This is very helpful. Speaking is not only about words, it's also about how you move and express yourself. Here's what I did. Every night, I stood in front of the mirror and spoke for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Sometimes I talked about my day. For example, today was boring. I woke up late. I didn't do anything special. But I feel okay. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Other times I talked about my dreams. I want to visit London. I want to talk to people from other countries. I want to work in a place where English is important. I believe one day I can do it. This small routine helped me feel more confident. Not perfect, but more confident. And confidence is more important than being perfect. Another great way to practice is called shadowing. Have you heard of it? Shadowing means you copy someone's voice while they are speaking. You listen to a video or a movie, and you try to say what they say at the same time. You copy their tone, their speed, and the way they pause. It's like you are their shadow. This is very powerful. It helps you sound more like native speakers. It also shows you how real English feels. And when you can feel it, you can speak it too. I used to shadow my favorite English vloggers. I listened to them, paused after each sentence, and then said the sentence myself. Sometimes I even recorded my voice and compared it with theirs. It was fun, and sometimes very funny. But it helped me a lot. It trained my tongue, my ears, and my brain to work together. Let's talk about another great idea. The spoken diary. Yes, a diary, but you speak it. Every night, I opened the voice recorder on my phone and talked in English for 2 or 3 minutes. I talked about my day, my feelings, what I ate, what made me happy or sad. For example, I might say, "Today I felt a little lonely, but I tried to stay positive. I watched a funny video. It made me laugh. I didn't do much today, but I'm grateful for this peaceful day." I never shared these recordings with anyone. They were just for me. But over time, I could feel my confidence growing. It helped me a lot. Here's a fun idea. Pretend phone calls. I used to pretend I was talking to a friend on the phone. I walked around my room and said things like, "Hey, how are you?" "Oh, really? That's great. I watched a movie last night. It was so good." Then I would say, "Okay, talk to you later. Bye." It might sound silly, but it is very helpful for learning how to speak in a natural way. It's like practicing a real conversation. These are the kinds of talks you have in real life. Let's be honest. You might feel shy when you do these things. You might feel strange talking to yourself. But please remember this. You are not crazy. You are growing. Every big thing starts small. Speaking English at home is a very powerful small habit. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is judging you. Use this time alone as your power. Use this time to build your voice. And if you feel stuck, tell yourself this: I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep going. Fluency comes from practice, not talent. Let me tell you a secret. I learned to speak English not because I was smart, but because I was consistent. Every day I did something in English. Sometimes it was just 5 sentences. I didn't spend hours studying grammar books. I didn't try to memorize 100 new words. I just spoke again and again. So now, my friend, here's what I want you to do. After this video, pick one method and start today. Maybe talk to yourself in the mirror. Maybe record your voice. Maybe take a walk and think in English. Or maybe pretend you are calling a friend. It doesn't matter what you choose. Just do it. Your room, your home, your space. It can become your own English practice studio. And don't forget to celebrate your small wins. When you make your first sentence without translating, smile. When you speak for 1 minute without stopping, dance a little. When you hear yourself sound more natural, say, "Yes, I'm getting better. Oh, and I'm not finished yet." There are many more ways to turn your home into a place where you can practice English. I will tell you about some fun and easy tricks I use to make my practice exciting, fresh, and super helpful. First, let's talk about labeling your world. Get some sticky notes. Write the names of things in your room: mirror, door, pillow, laptop, toothbrush. Stick the notes on the objects. Every time you touch them, say the word in English. For example, door, I open the door. This helps you remember words when you see the object. Your brain will learn faster. Next, try reading aloud. Choose a short part of a book or an article and read it out loud. Use different voices. Have fun with it. This will help your mouth and voice get used to English sounds. If you find a hard word, slow down, say it carefully, and try the sentence again. Let's talk about making video summaries. Watch a short video, like a cooking video or a travel vlog. Pause the video and try to tell the story in English. For example, the chef put 2 eggs in a bowl. Then she mixed them until they were fluffy. This is a great way to practice listening, understanding, and speaking together. Another idea is describing pictures. Open Google Images. Pick a photo and describe everything you see in English. For example, in this picture, I see a woman wearing a red jacket. She is standing under a tree. The leaves are yellow. It looks like autumn. She is smiling and holding a cup of coffee. The more you practice, the better you get at speaking without thinking too much. One of my favorite ideas is role-playing situations. Pretend you are at a job interview, in a restaurant, or booking a hotel. Walk around the room and speak like you are really in the situation. For example, "Hello, I'd like to book a double room for 2 nights, please. Then you can switch roles and answer yourself. Sure, may I have your name and your arrival date? This is great for learning real-life conversations. It makes you feel ready for when you speak English with others. You can also record a conversation with yourself. Write a short dialogue, maybe 5 lines for person A and 5 lines for person B. Record your voice for both parts. Try to use different voices for each person. Listen to it later and see where you can improve. It's like a fun little play with your English self. Want to try something fun? Explore different accents. Pick an accent like American, British, or Australian. Watch a video or an interview in that accent. Then pause and repeat what they say. Don't worry about being perfect. This is just for fun. It helps you understand how people from different places speak English. After some time, you will find your own natural way of speaking. Another fun idea is to create short monologues. Pick a topic, like your favorite movie, your dream vacation, or a hobby you love. Talk for 1 minute without stopping. Don't prepare too much. Just let your thoughts flow in English. You might pause or make mistakes, and that's okay. The more you practice, the better you will get. If you like using apps, try speaking prompt apps. These apps give you random questions like, "What would you do if you won $1 million?" Then you answer right away in English. Record your answer and listen to it later. It's like a fun game with English questions. It helps you think fast and speak naturally. Here's another idea. Do a 30-day speaking challenge. For 30 days, speak about a different topic each day. For example, Day 1. Talk about yourself for 1 minute. Day 2. Describe your breakfast. Day 3. Share your favorite childhood memory. By the end of the month, you will have spoken for over an hour. That is a big step forward. Even though you practice alone, you can still find online voice communities. These are groups where people speak in English using audio only. You can join, listen, and talk with others. It's a great way to meet people and practice English together, all from your own home. Another helpful idea is an error log. Keep a small notebook or a note on your phone. Every time you hear yourself make a mistake, write it down. For example, maybe you often mix up borrow and lend. Or maybe you find the th sound hard. Each week, check your list. Then practice those tricky parts. Little by little, they will get easier. To speak faster, you can try imagining an English movie in your mind. Picture simple things like walking to the kitchen, making tea, or checking your phone. Then say everything you do in English in real time. This helps you think in English without translating in your head. If you like music, here's an idea. Sing English songs. Choose a fun song, learn the words, and sing it out loud. After singing, talk about the song in English. For example, say what the song means or how it makes you feel. This is a fun way to practice speaking and enjoy music at the same time. If you are a visual learner, try this. Make a mind map. For example, write my future goals in the middle. Then draw lines to different ideas: career, travel, hobbies. Under career, you can say, I want to be a graphic designer. I love creating art. When you speak about each part of your mind map, it helps you organize your thoughts. You learn how to connect ideas and speak in full sentences. This is very helpful for speaking English smoothly. Want to feel like a real content creator? Try this. Make your own mini podcast. Choose a topic: books, movies, cooking, or anything you like. Record yourself speaking about it. Pretend you have a guest. Ask questions and answer them yourself. Give tips and ideas. When you listen to your podcast later, you will feel proud. You will also hear the parts you want to make better. This is a fun way to practice speaking and get better at English. Here's another fun idea. Plan your dream vacation in English. Pick a city, like Paris. Then say your plan out loud. For example, on the first day, I will visit the Louvre. I want to see the Mona Lisa. After that, I will eat a croissant for breakfast. Add lots of details. The more you talk, the more words you practice. It also helps you learn how to explain your ideas in English. You can also write a short script, just a few sentences. Then put it away and try to say it again from memory. This helps you remember new words and phrases. Here's a creative idea. Become an English teacher for yourself. Pretend you are teaching someone English. For example, explain how to use the present simple. You could say, we use the present simple for habits. For example, I eat breakfast every day. When you teach something, you learn it better. This is a great way to remember grammar and new words. All these ideas are about being creative when you practice alone. If you feel curious and have fun, you will always find something new to say. Your room becomes your stage. Your mirror becomes your audience. Now let's talk about how to stay positive and track your progress. This will help you turn your speaking practice into a habit that lasts a long time. Let's talk about your mindset. The biggest problem for most learners is not grammar or vocabulary. It is the little voice in your head that says, I can't do this, or I sound silly, or I will never be as good as a native speaker. When you hear that voice, stop and say, thank you for your opinion, but I will take action. Every time you speak, you are training your brain to see progress, not problems. Before you practice, try a little pre-speaking routine. I always do 3 things. Take a deep breath. Smile at myself, even if it feels strange. Think of something. I did well yesterday. For example, I might say, yesterday, I spoke for 1 minute without translating. This small reminder gives me energy for today. Now, let's talk about tracking your progress. When you practice alone, it can feel like you are doing the same thing again and again. So I suggest you keep a simple voice log. You can use Google Sheets, a notebook, or your phone. Every time you record yourself, whether it's a short diary, a shadowing practice, or a mini podcast, write down 3 things. The date. How long you spoke. 3 notes. 1 thing you did well. 1 thing you want to improve. And 1 new word or phrase you learned. After some time, you will see fewer mistakes and more good points. This is your proof of progress. Let's also talk about sharing your practice with others, but only when you feel ready. You can post your recordings in a friendly online group or send a short voice message to a close friend. At first, you may feel nervous. That's normal. But most people will support you. Their kind words will help you feel more confident. Sometimes, hearing a simple "good job" is even more helpful than a long grammar lesson. It makes you feel happy and ready to keep going. Here's another idea. Q&A practice. Make a list of 10 simple questions in English. For example, what do you do on weekends? What is your biggest dream? Why do you want to learn English? Then write short answers for each question. After that, practice saying your answers out loud, one by one, without looking at your notes. This helps you get faster at answering questions, just like in a real conversation. Let's try something creative. Language switch practice. Here's how it works. You ask a question in your first language. Then you answer in English. For example, if your first language is Chinese, you can say, "What is your favorite movie?" Then answer in English. "My favorite movie is Titanic." You can also do the opposite. Ask in English and answer in your own language. This back-and-forth practice helps your brain switch easily between languages. It builds a bridge between your first language and English. Now let's talk about advanced shadowing. After you practice normal shadowing, you can try different speeds. First, shadow at the normal speed of the video. Then, slow it down to 0.75 speed to focus on how to say each word. After that, try at 1.25 speed to push your listening and speaking skills. This will help you speak clearly and get used to fast, natural English. It trains your brain to understand and speak faster. If you love stories, try this idea. Make a story circle. Pick a simple story, like a folk tale or a children's story, in English. First, read the story once. Then close the text and try to tell the story again in your own words. After that, read the story one more time and check if you missed anything. This helps you learn how to tell a story in English. Later, you can try telling your own stories about a trip you took, a special day, or something fun that happened to you. Here's something very important. Listen to yourself with care. When you listen to your recordings, don't only check your pronunciation. Listen for the rhythm, the stress, and the linking of words. These small details make your speech sound smooth. For example, check if you pause too long or if your tone is flat. Try small changes next time. Maybe you can practice a rising tone at the end of questions, like "really," or practice blending words like going to sounds like gonna. These small steps help a lot over time. Here's a big challenge for you. Try an English immersion day at home. Pick one day each week, or even just half a day. During this time, speak only in English. Talk about everything you do. Cooking. I'm making tea. Sending a text. I'm texting my friend. Even singing a song in English. At first it may feel hard, but it's like going on a short trip to an English-speaking country without leaving your home. After your English day, you will feel happy and full of new words and phrases. Finally, let's talk about celebration. Every time you do something new, like your first 5-minute diary, your first shadowing at full speed, or your first audio post in public, celebrate it. For example, treat yourself to a small reward. Drink a special coffee. Eat your favorite snack. Or take a break and watch an English TV show with subtitles. These small rewards make you feel happy and help you stay motivated. It's like saying, "Good job," to yourself. So, my dear friend, with all these ideas, role plays, shadowing, storytelling, immersion days, progress tracking, and celebrating your wins, you now have many ways to fill your days with English-speaking practice. Remember, the most important thing is consistency. Be kind to yourself. Every time you speak in English, you are building a future where language is not a problem, but a tool to make friends, learn new things, and have fun. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you feel happy, strong, and ready to speak English alone at home. If you try any of these ideas, please tell me in the comments. What is your favorite method? What do you want to try today? Subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create more English videos for you. Thank you. See you next time.